Okay, Coach, now you're coming off a 37-30 victory over Fresno State. And now if you look overall, you're 20-1 if you date back to last season in regards to your record. So must be feeling pretty good of where your team is at.
Well, I'm proud of the players. You know, my coaching staff have done a great job, you know, doing all the little things you have to do to get that. That's pretty remarkable, you know, place to be. And, you know, we're going to have to play very well to keep that going in Reno.
As we look at the final stretch now, you're also looking at having a perfect record on the road, and you've won 7 straight road games dating back to last season. Where is this maybe newfound confidence come to play away versus before it being such the obstacle?
Well, I think a lot of it just comes from within the players. You know, the players take it upon themselves to understand, you know, it's how much different. I think having done it and proven that you can do it, which we have a lot of kids that were on the team last year when we won 3 on the road, and we've had a couple years, I think, we've been here where we've been undefeated on the road. I can't recall what they were. I think the first year we were. So, you know, it's hard to win on the road, and you know, our kids, you know, and they stay pretty focused, and, you know, hopefully we can do it one more time.
We can also add to that it's hard to win in Nevada. I think even in the time since you've been here,
I don't think the school's ever won there.
Yeah, so what makes that such a tough environment?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do that they're pretty good teams that we went up there and played. You know, we had a chance. We were in position to beat them in 05, I think it was, and we had a couple fumbles that 3 plays that turned 21 points. And, you know, it's going to be one of those dogfights all the way down to the end because they can move the ball. Hopefully the weather will not be a factor. But, you know, our kids thought it was cold in San Jose and it was 55. So it's going to be probably into the 20s or 30s for sure.
Yeah,
come
forecast
Friday night.
is 40s.
Yeah.
And that brings it down a notch, that degree. Now, how about just the fact that Nevada is coming off a bye week, so they are well rested, 5-4 in the season, 3-2 in the WAC, and they've had 3 straight wins, along with coming off a very tough loss to Boise State.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got everything against us. You know, we probably shouldn't show up.
Well, I mean, but obviously you feel. I was going to say you feel differently with your team. I mean, this is one team I could see you saying like.
No. Trust me, we know what we're up against, and not only is it tough to win there, but we have everything else against us. Traveling, short week, they've had extra time, so we'll find out.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about how you will have your hands full with a redshirt freshman quarterback, Colin Kaepernick. This is a guy that we thought, okay, he's got to step in. What is he capable of doing? Won 5 games since taking over the starting job. He's had 18 touchdowns, 13 through the air, 5 on the ground. Yeah,
and he just looks to be maybe the best one that's played there in this system so far to me. I mean, he's a 6'6" guy, and he looks like he runs about 4'5", and you know, their system is a difficult system to defend, as everybody has found that out. I mean, Boise, who was, I think at the time, top 10 defensive team in the country, they had almost 700 yards against them and 68 points or something. So, I mean, we have our hands full, and we're going to have to match what they do.
Top rushing, one of the top rushing offenses in the country as well. If we talk about their ground game, Luke Limpencott already over 1,000 yards, 4 games of 100+ yards rushing.
Well, he's a real north and south guy. Just looking at him on tape, and you know, he finds little creases and he just keeps pounding it up in there, and they keep running it. And so, you know, we're going to have to tackle well. We didn't tackle quite as well as we had in previous games against Fresno, but with the, you know, the elements, the cold air, cold hands are cold, and everything else, we're going to have to play our best to beat them.
Last year was a goal line stand that kind of decided the game. This year, of course, you said there's a lot more on the table. Also, we're looking at this WAC race. You and Boise State, should you win this week, they come to the Aloha Stadium, and now we're looking at a WAC title game.
Well, we're not worried about that. We're just going to Reno and try to play them, and hopefully that scenario will take place.
Still ahead, we'll answer the age-old question, what's in a name? Hercules Satele bears 2 of the fiercest and most intimidating in the business. We'll explain how the Warrior lineman takes that to heart.